Hi, my name is Megan, and my career goal is to be an athletic trainer, ideally at a university or even a high school with athletic sports teams. So, an athletic trainer is essentially a jack of all trades. They're on the field when injuries first happen, they're in the training room rehabilitating these athletes who just got injured. They get the athletes ready before games, after games, they take notes on them. They do workout plans. They're with athlete essentially every step of the way. And I'm interested because I currently work as an emergency medical technician. So I'm on scene first. I'm there with injuries. So that aspect is really interesting to me, as well as the kinesiology aspect of the human body and how it moves and how it works and how an injury happens and then what you do to make it better. So there are different organizations that you can do as an athletic trainer. One of them is NATA, which is National Athletic Trainers Association. And there are so many benefits to joining this, including they have a career center, continuing educations, you need to keep your certifications up and active. They have different publications and journals that you can subscribe to and have sent, so you're always up to date on everything athletic training, and different conferences that you can attend. And their fees aren't too much. Professionals pay around $274, and students are only $85, so not too bad for something in the future that you're going to have forever. And then another organization is ACSM, which is American College of Sports Medicine, which I actually signed up for and have a membership now. So I have that for the future. Its benefits are very similar. That you have your CEs to stay updated on your certs. You can share with members that are worldwide, meet with them at meetings, share different ideas, and journal subscriptions as well. And students only pay $10 a year, so that's really nice. Another reason why I signed up. And professionals pay around $240. So the future for athletic trainer is looking up, which is very exciting. And the typical entry level, you at least need a bachelor's degree, but they highly, highly suggest that you get a master's degree to finish that education. Estimated salaries around 46,000, and job outlook is 23%, which it says is much faster than the average. So I'm assuming that's very good. So to prep for an athletic trainer, minimum requirement, you want to have that bachelor's, but you really should want to think about doing that master's degree because it's becoming more of an important entry level as the field progresses into the future. You also have to pass a board certification at the end. So after you graduate and have your degree in hand, now you have to get certified. And to remain certified, you have to continue education, which is why it's good to join memberships like ACSM. So different programs that you can choose. One of them that I researched was Northern Arizona University, which is a little bit harder to get into. Their GPA is 3.0, but they really want you to get good GRE scores. You have to have 100 observable hours in an athletic trainer room or a year under a certified athletic trainer. So they really want you to get that experience to make sure that this is something that you want to do. You have to have proof of your CPR and 2 layers of recommendation from certified athletic trainers. So that's ideally you'd get through internships and your 100 observable hours. And then, once they're in, their percentages look good. So the average first time passing the BOC is 67%. Retention rate is 95%, the same as graduation rate. So very good program. And then another one that I looked into was Azusa Pacific, which doesn't have as many requirements, but still a good program. You need a 3.0 and 3-page application essay. They don't require internship hours or observable hours, but you do need to have your immunizations, your TB tests, and a CPR and first aid, which goes along with other programs. And then once you're in, it usually takes about 2 years to graduate, and you go through various settings while you're in school, internship-wise, in clinical education settings, so you get to really figure out what you want to do in the end. Retention rate 79%, and graduation rate is 85%, so looking up. Another really good certification program is the NSCA, National Strength and Conditioning Association, which I'm really going to look into once I graduate because they really help with the actual certifications. So you have your degree and now you can get certified in different things like CSCS, which is a Certified Strength and Conditioning Specialist that's very ideal for athletic trainers because it works predominantly with athletes, and that's what you want to, well, at least I do in the future, be working with. So it's training to improve the athletic performance of these athletes and to create sport-specific testing sessions. And you have to have your CPR and AED in order to take this and be a senior in college. So it's something to look forward to in the future. And as far as the elective courses, I chose KIN 490, which Principles of Conditioning Athletes. It deals with athletes, and that's the field that I want to go into. So I think that would be good to learn. As well as fitness assessment and exercise prescriptions, KIN 480 deals with more of the medical perspective. It includes exercise stress testing, assessments, health and medical histories, and it's just all good skills to have as an athletic trainer. As well as KIN 393, which is applied exercise physiology. It's a continuation of the exercise physiology, so you're just going more in depth into it, which is good to know. And as much as athletic trainers want to work out the outside of your body, the muscles, the bones, all that good stuff, you also want to pay attention to the inside. So nutrition science would be important for that. As far as scholarly study of athletic training, it's heavily deals with psychology and sociological aspects of it. As an athletic trainer, you want to give the best possible care that you can, essentially, to your patients. Your athletes are your patients. So you definitely want to be thoughtful and compassionate because you're there when they could have a career-ending injury, and you need to know how to handle that. You help them through their mental toughness, and then you're on the sociological aspect, you're dealing with many different types, races, sizes, different genders. So that definitely is important in the field. So when I had my interview, I interviewed Miss Ladeau. She works at Crafton Hills College as a professor in kinesiology fields. So she does strength training, hiking, different exercise classes, and she also teaches nutrition. She has a doctorate degree in nutrition, is what I remember. My interview went very well. I learned so much. I mostly learned that experience is so important. And as a kinesiology professional, you really have to be interested in what you're doing. You have to be compassionate. You have to care about what you're talking about, and you have to want to be around the people that you're working with. Like if it's students or if it's athletes, different categories. Mock interview went very well. I think it's because I was really comfortable with her because she used to be my old professor, but she said it's important to show that you care, you're compassionate, you want to be in this field, and you want to learn and grow. Learning is very important to continue learning and going through your CEs. And as far as my resume and cover letter, this exercise was really nice because it really helped push to show, well, what do I already have and what do I need? So I think my resume looks pretty good right now. I have experience already in the athletic training field, about 2 years when I went to Cal State Monterey Bay. I worked with athletes and their training programs as well as rehabilitation under an athletic trainer. And I think working as an emergency medical technician really helps with patient care and being compassionate and learning how to talk to these patients, as well as having the CPR and AED certification will really help with applying for different colleges. And cover letter, I've never had to write one before, but it was good to use my skills on that to show my compassion and my experience and what I can offer in the future. With faith integration, I really liked the passage on the significance of the harvest. So there is a great harvest, as God was talking about, for people in this field who have compassion in it. There's a big harvest for injured people who just need to work out in general, want to live healthier lives. And I felt heavily through this passage as, I feel like God has really put his hand on my heart and said, this is what I need to do. So, that's carried with me throughout the couple of weeks that we've been in this class. And I also integrated the word choice. So throughout this career, specifically, you make a choice. You make a choice to show up to class and take classes and further your education. So that's, important. It's your choice, ultimately, everything that you do, especially in this class. And my references. Thank you for coming to the presentation.